After that, Tsugumi and I made for the room next door to the generator room. We were implementing Tsugumi's plan. First shut off the hot water flowing to the generator room. It was dark and I couldn't see everything, but the room was covered in a astounding network of pipes. And whatever. The pipes continued into the generator room next door. It seemed that opening and closing the valves could adjust the water and oil pressure. Normally, Le Mets is responsible for maintaining the generator room, but even Le Mets can't do much when the generator itself goes out. Anyhow, this is all because the power supply is down. This room is designed so that maintenance can be performed manually at times like this, or during blackouts. That was what Tsugumi told me. So just all that in Tsugumi's voice.
Yeah, imagine that, guys.
Why does Tsugumi know so much about Lemu?
She's the one behind all this.
She seemed to know where the generator room and the room with all of the pipes was. These doubts nagged at my mind. As I was thinking these thoughts, Tsugumi plugged away next to me. Tsugumi selected one pipe from the countless rows of them and closed its valve. I had no idea which pipe was doing that. But Tsugumi had known. What kind of girl is Tsugumi anyway?
She obviously worked here or something.
I still hadn't found out.
Oh, no, my money is on she's the daughter of the guy who made it.
Probably.
No, she's the father of you.
Father?
Yeah.
She's actually a tranny.
Yeah, you heard me. That's obviously the answer. Because he designed the room in place.
I still hadn't found out how she had known that the inside of the generator room was dangerous. But I do think she is related to the person who made it. I wonder if Tsugumi has some kind of connection with Lemu.
Whoa. I think this should do it.
As soon as the work was done, Tsugumi left, and I was left all alone in the room. It was so dark. There were still a number of nagging doubts that I hadn't resolved. With this, we would be able to shut off the water flowing to the generator room. Even so, on the other side of the door, it was still hot enough to scald. Tsugumi and I waited in front of the generator room until the temperature inside had cooled down sufficiently. We sat on the water-covered floor and leaned against the wall. We sat next to each other. We were both already drenched, so we didn't have any problem about sitting in the water. Besides, the water was warmer than it looked. I thought it was probably the heat from the generator room. Hey, how long do you think we're gonna have to wait? I asked Tsugumi this.
An hour? Oh wait, that was you.
Oh, an hour?
Ellipses.
Alright, calm down. Tsugumi didn't even try to answer. She just said ellipses. So dark, I couldn't even tell if she nodded or shaken her head. In the darkness, there were intermittent and repeated clicking noises. It was like the sound of dry plastic crinkling, like on the top of a champagne bottle. It sounded like it was coming from near Tsugumi's hands. What's
She's got a chocolate bar!
What? She's what?
Gimme!
She's got a chocolate bar!
Get it! What?
That crackly sound you're making. The sound stopped. Tsugumi took whatever it was and put it away in her pocket. I thought it might be her way of saying, I'm not going to tell.
I'm not going to tell.
Well, she actually said it. What is it with you? You only answer when you feel like it.
Ellipses.
You're like a cat, always saying ellipses.
I hate ellipses cats.
Huh? 'Cause they eat mice?
Because they
Wait.
eat mice.
I messed up. I don't know, have a clue what you're talking about.
I'm not a cat.
That's for sure.
My answering has nothing to do with my mood. If a question has meaning, I answer. If it doesn't, I don't. That's all.
Really?
Ellipses.
So you are serious.
So that's the kind of question I don't want to answer. A question would to check something. A question to check something you don't need to know. Or questions about things that you know I don't know, but you ask anyway. There is no more than enough point. There is no more enough pointless conversations in the world.
There is more than enough pointless conversation.
In the world, don't you think?
Your voice changed again.
I have
All
to
right.
quote with weird sentences, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Aye.
You've got you would do a great job at being a voice actor.
I know.
All right, I got it already. How about I ask you a meaningful question? I want to ask. Ooh.
One
Bottom.
of these things.
I want Lemu. Actually, no. If she really doesn't want to tell us, she won't tell us that.
But we'll find out more
Ask
about.
anyway.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, why do you know so much about Lemu? I decided to ask about something that had been nagging me for a while. Tsugumi, why do you know so much about Lemu? I mean, you seem to know all about the details of stuff, like this generator room or the pipe room or whatever.
Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses.
I couldn't check her expression, but it seemed like she was deep in thought about something. How's that for a meaningful question?
Ellipses, 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 ellipses. Completely devoid of meaning.
God damn it.
Told you.
Tsugumi muttered that.
How is my answer gonna help you? It doesn't really matter whether you know about me or not. It's something you don't need to know.
Oh, I see. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
No, it's not. It's not really not fine.
It's not fine, I want to
Then why
know.
don't you tell us?
Yeah, Tsugumi.
Gosh.
Still, I really did want to know. Tsugumi's evasion of the question made me interested in finding out what there really was to her. But I didn't think that she would answer if I badgered her about it anymore. I was feeling irritated, but decided to play it cool and pretend like I didn't care. Then,
Hey,
I didn't know what she was thinking, but Tsugumi suddenly put her face in front of mine.
Ooh.
What?
now it's my turn.
But you didn't even answer my question! Yeah?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead, but I won't answer it.
Asshole.
You didn't answer mine!
Will you close your eyes?
Oh.
Is that a question?
Getting sexy in here, guys. It's more flavor.
More of
Guys, I think we're hitting first base here.
Oh, chicka wow wow.
I said first, not third. Calm down.
No, I want third down.
Skip the first two bases.
There in the darkness, in that narrow corridor, just a few inches from my nose, the two of us. My mind turned to steam and evaporated,
Are they closed?
almost as if I were hypnotized. My eyes began to sink.
This is rape.
No, we want this. It's not.
Yeah, we're being consensual. Closing our
Okay,
eyes and
okay.
everything. And immediately after that,
Oh. Oh my.
oh, so she's bringing some toys.
This is third base
She's
immediately.
got a shake weight, guys.
Oh my god, she has one of those? They're probably in 2017.
Splish, splash,
Oh,
slosh, slosh.
this is...
Click. I didn't know what to make of those noises, but I opened my eyes without thinking. Tsugumi was grinning mischievously right in front of me.
Cool. Close them!
Tsugumi covered my eyes with one hand. And then... Hey, what are you doing?
Those are pants.
What? Why did they make that?
You jerk! You damn jerk!
Ah! What are you doing? I screamed, what are you doing? Oh, it's me. A liquid spray like something showered my
I
face.
thought I said short from my face.
You that went into my mouth.
Take that, you loser!
Stop it. What's the matter with you? I desperately tried to resist, but my body wouldn't do what I told it.
Sorry, but
Tsugumi had me by the neck.
This is rape.
Yeah,
How's
so
that,
I know you guys
slug?
can't hear this, but there's hitting sounds going on throughout this.
You scum pawn of life!
So how's that your son? Or
Good.
okay. With those words, the eruption in my face stopped. My mouth is numb. Will you spray on me?
He.
I thought she was laughing, but the next thing I knew, Tsugumi had started rubbing my face with a cloth. It was rough and her technique wasn't any better. Ooh, aha. I stopped my futile resistance. I was almost choking.
Ellipses. That's just about right.
Tsugumi took her hand off my neck. Unable to open my eyes, I scooped up seawater from the floor and put it in my mouth. It was salty, but I didn't have any other choice. I can't... Swish, swish, swish.
Hey! That's dirty, so don't go spitting it all over here.
You! I wanted to say something to her, but washing my face took priority. I scooped more water, splashed it on my face, and gargled again. I opened my eyes. What do you think you're doing? What did you put on my face?
Acetone.
Oh, great! I'm so happy it wasn't some pesticide. You think I'm serious? You idiot! I'm kidding! What are you doing spraying that on me all of a sudden?
It was hard to look at.
Huh? What was?
Your face!
Oh!
You bitch! Whose? Why am I asking whose? You said yours.
Yours.
You. And then I realized something. I remembered the black ink that had been on the palms of my hands. I see. It was the graffiti. It was still there. You erased all of the writing. I had completely forgotten about it until just then. When I was making sandwiches looking for Sora and coming here, the writing had been on my face since that morning.
Oh, yeah!
Oh!
And the acetone. Acetone, that's supposed to be like nail remover, right?
Wait, why didn't she tell you before?
Yeah, that probably would have been good information.
Yeah,
It's because she's cruel.
I found it in the toolbox.
There was a strong stench from it in the air. It stung my nose like overripe fruit. It smelled like a hangover. Thanks. I thanked her. So what did the writing say? I asked her about the graffiti.
Ellipses.
They wrote that all over my face? They wrote ellipses.
Ellipses.
Did I forget an ellipses? Ellipses.
Ellipses. You can wait if you want, but I'm not gonna answer.
So it was an ellipses.
Because it's the beginning of this question.
God damn it. In the end, I never did find out why she called me a slug.
Ellipses.
We waited for the generator room to cool before going inside.
It's like 2 hours later.
The heat inside just about defied imagination. The air in the steam-filled room was heavy and stuck to the skin. Inhaling felt like swallowing globs of sticky, hot steam. Oh. I was opening and closing his mouth like a fish out of water.
Wait, whose mouth?
I don't know.
No, you're opening and closing someone else's.
Yeah, some guy here
Yes, Tsugumi.
just started.
Open up.
Isn't it hard to breathe? Random person.
Nope. Yeah.
Tsugumi seemed to have ruled this question in mine meaningless as well. She completely ignored me as she started working to get the generator up and running again. We did the work together. Tsugumi gave commands, I followed them. I did the grunt work, tightening bolts, loosening valves, and working on pipes. And when I finished tightening the last bolt... Whew, that should do it. I wiped my sweat away with my collar.
Oh.
It was just like Tsugumi had said. The blackout was caused when the safety valve had opened due to the drop in air pressure. When pressure from the steam becomes excessive, the valve automatically opens to release the gas and prevent damage. Normally, after a release of surplus gas, the valve is designed to shut automatically. But we're at 1 atmosphere, so, because the safety valve never closed, the steam continued leaking. Anyway, that was the gist of the explanation. Tsugumi and I went to the generator room and went to the pipe room. There we opened the valve we had closed before the repairs. And we returned to the generator room. So should we try to fire it up?
Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses.
I'm turning it on.
That's what she said.
Oh. Ellipses, ellipses.
You ready?
Ellipses, 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 ellipses.
Let's start the countdown.
Ellipses. Oh, what the hell?
30 seconds.
Ellipse, 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 ellipse,
Yeah,
ellipse.
that's
25 seconds.
Ellipses, ellipse, ellipse, ellipse.
20. 19. 18. 17. Click. Tsugumi pushes the button. Hey, what are you doing? We still had 17 seconds.
Ellipses.
You can't wait a little more than a mere 10 seconds?
Tonight is a long time, man. Ellipses.
This is kind of like a ritual. Anyway, it's very important.
0.
The lights lit up.
In English. Which is neat.
Cool.
All at once. The light poured down, illuminating even the corners of the room. It was like our field of vision had expanded in an instant.
See? It took exactly 17 seconds for the light to come on.
Tsugumi flashed me a condescending glance and strolled out of the room. I shouldered my weighty toolbox and followed after Tsugumi. We found ourselves back in front of the neutral buoyancy elevator. Tsugumi was waiting with her arms crossed.
You're slow.
What do you expect? I'm the one carrying this leaden toolbox.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. It was Tsugumi that took the toolbox out of the warehouse. As I recalled that, I turned my eyes to the egg-like elevator. On the other side of that door, the egg that we came in should have been waiting. It was an egg with a hole in it. It was useless to us. To the left, the floor display was lit up with a number 3. Did you know there was another egg elevator stopped down here?
Would you come here if I didn't?
I suppose not.